everybody, welcome back to Lovers Enigma. We're gonna be finishing this today. Bow wow, please. Please, bow wow, please, 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 baby, please. Okay, hold on. He wants to be covered up, guys. BRB. Alrighty, I am Boxies. Hello, Jason. Alright, we are going to wrap this up. I don't know how far we are in this game, by the way. We could be at the very end of this game for all I know. I need some lotion. We could be at the very end of this game and the stream might be like 30 minutes, I don't know. Or it could be another 2 hours. Or longer. Who knows? I am not sure, but we're just gonna dive into the story and just have fun with the story. And then a little bit later, we're going to be jumping back into more Rim World. So that is what we are doing. Yeah, Bow Wow is very talkative. He's very, very talkative. Very, very. Move you guys back over here. There you go. Okay. Let me go ahead. Whoa. You finally enter your apartment. Wait, did the game not save? Okay, I was like, oh my gosh, we're screwed. I was scared. I was like, why is my apartment back intact? And then for a second, I was like, is she just imagining this? Because I know there's a lot of psychological stuff in this game. I think it was just a quick save. It has to be this one. No, I don't want to overwrite anything. I want to load it. Okay, you head home without Ryota, the sound of static still ringing faintly in your head. Turn this down a little bit so I can hear myself think. After everything that's happened today, you're completely drained. So we kind of left off with all of the stuff that happened at the office where that thing showed up and was looking crazy and it was supposed to be our mom. Like, I'm very confused, honestly, but I'm just rolling with the punches and hoping that these things will be explained to somebody slow like me before the end of the game. You collapse onto your bed without even bothering to change, letting the weight of exhaustion pull you under. Sleep is all you want right now. Everything else can wait. Still, you check your phone one last time, hoping for a message from Ryota, your mom, anyone. It seems your prayers have been answered. Ren? Oh, Ren's messaging us? Why was Ren running? Remember we saw him, like, running away. Like, he ran away from us when we saw him at the riverside. Ren stands in your doorway, but he doesn't look like himself. His chest rises and falls too fast, and his eyes never seem to stop moving. Princesa. I gotta say that. I gotta start saying that better. I say it in such a cringy way. I can't roll my R's, though, so that's why it sounds the way it does. Okay, did he just walk into our home? The hell? Ren, what happened to you? There isn't enough time. I came here while I'm still able to. I don't understand. Why are you here? How did you find me? He's about to tell us something about the cult. I'm sorry for all of this. Things are about to get worse, much worse than before. What do you mean? Can you explain things instead of speaking so cryptically? I can't, but I can tell you that the organization, they know. Both you and that childhood friend of yours should be very careful now. They know everything now. His voice drops barely above a whisper, and they're not going to ignore it anymore. There isn't enough time left. They'll be coming for you soon. Your heart stutters. Who is? He stops moving. The air feels colder. He just said the organization. Why is she saying who is? Hiroshi no Kami. How about you? Are you safe? That doesn't matter. I'm more worried about you. No, you're going to get hurt. It doesn't matter. I don't matter, not in the grand scheme of things, but you do. He reaches into his pocket with trembling fingers and pulls out a talisman. It looks much different from Haruki's. The paper is crisp. The ink lines are perfect, careful, controlled. Take this. He presses it into your palm and closes your hand around it like he's afraid you'll drop it. Only use it when you have no other choice. When is that? He hesitates. Too long. You'll know. Use it to protect the both of you. You search his face. He won't look at you. One thing I will say that I wish was a little better with this game is, and maybe is, it could totally be that it just hasn't been explained yet, or maybe I'm missing some things, but it seems like even if you haven't really interacted with people, they're kind of in the mix and it's not explained why. Like Rin, we've barely spoken with him. He's our neighbor. We talked to him a little bit that night when Haruki was doing weird stuff outside our door and he was telling him to go away, but outside of that, we don't really even know much about Rin, so I don't know. It's weird that he's showing up and telling us about the organization and she's like, oh, what about you? I'm worried about you. But it's like, why are you worried about him if you don't even know what his ties with the organization really are? I mean, you know, he's been looking into them, I guess, but none of that has really been explained. Rin, what's going to happen? He finally meets your eyes. He looks fearful. Just promise me you'll be careful. Don't trust anyone blindly, and don't try to handle everything alone. His voice wavers, then steadies again. Well, what if we don't want to trust you, Rin? Then what? Please. Silence stretches between you. Then he steps back. I have to go. Wait. He leaves without saying another word, the air in your room collapsing back into silence as if he was never there. For a long moment, you just stare at the doorway, unsure if the interaction even happened. It feels unreal, fragile, like a nightmare that forgot to fade when you woke up. The anxiety creeps in slowly, then all at once. What did Rin mean? Can you trust him? He's acting weird. What if he's behind all of this? He's trying to mislead. Are you really in danger? They're going to hurt Ryota. Is Ryota in danger too? Your stomach twists, tight and sick, like you're waiting for the results of something that could change your life. That heavy, suspended moment where you already know the answer won't be good, but you still have to hear it anyway. That feeling settles in your chest and refuses to move. You check your phone again, hoping maybe this time will be different, but the screen stays quiet. No messages, no calls, nothing. You let out a small sigh, the sound barely filling the room, and you set your phone aside. There's nothing left to do but to sleep. Maybe some rest will dull the fear pressing down on your chest. Maybe your dreams will be kinder than reality. You doubt it, but still you close your eyes and try. Just sleep, just sleep. You see Ryota step off the train carriage and come to a stop on the platform, standing there as if the world has paused just for him. He looks almost like a painting, a distant painting. Your thoughts drift, slipping into that hazy space between waking and dreaming. Ryota remains on the empty platform, the wind tugging faintly at his coat. He stands there for a long, quiet moment, lost in thought until something in his expression hardens. The train announces that its doors are closing. He knows his time is limited, and yet he does not move. The door is shut, the train pulls away, Ryota stays behind, alone on the platform. It's gone now, he made his decision, he can't go back there anymore. The images in your mind blend into a mush of colors and light. Is this a dream? You're not sure anymore, you can't tell. Another train arrives, then another, each time the same result, doors closing, Ryota unmoving, watching them leave. The same scene repeats again and again and again. Like a broken film reel loop, like a trapped memory. Then at last something shifts. A crack forms in his lifeless expression. A smile? Something different now. It's your turn. Your breathing steadies and the dream settles. Your room slowly forms around you, except it isn't quite right. The bed is in the wrong place. The cabinet is made from a darker wood. The curtains hang a little too still. It's your room, and yet it isn't. You try to move, but your arms don't respond. Panic crawls slowly up your spine. Your eyes dart instead, the only part of you that listens. A faint glint catches the light on the floor. A syringe, torn clothes, an obvious sign of a struggle. Your gaze drifts further, and that's when you see it. A figure sits in the corner of the room, knees pulled up, shoulders trembling with soft, broken sobs. Their face is buried in their hands, shadowed beyond recognition. The voice that slips out is fragile, ancient, worn down by longing. Why don't you remember me? I waited for you for centuries. The words echo like wind through an empty shrine. You promised. After everything, after centuries of waiting, you promised me. Why won't you break the curse? Why do you keep me trapped in this endless cycle? If you marry me, everything ends. The curse, the pain, the losing, and losing and losing will finally end what we started. The syringe glints again in the half light, and you still can't move. You can't even speak. The muscles in your mouth move against you, allowing only a groan to escape your lips. It echoes weakly in the room, swallowed by the heavy air, and the silhouette in the corner slowly lifts their head at the sound. Who the hell is this? Is this her husband, her late husband? You made me do this. I didn't want to use this, but you wouldn't listen to me. Why won't you believe me? If only you had agreed in this lifetime and the one before and the one before and the one before. If only you had kept your promise. You couldn't even remember my name. Their voice trembles between heartbreak and fury. I was your everything as you were mine. A breath, a sob, a bitter shaking laugh. The candles flicker out. The world collapses into shadow before he can finish. You wake with a start, your heart pounding, your breath shallow, the sheets tangled around you like restraints. The remnants of the dream cling to your mind in flashes, a voice pleading, candlelight, a name on the tip of your tongue. You try to hold on to it, to remember what felt so urgent, but the harder you grasp, the faster it slips away. Must not have been very important. You check your phone again, hopeful, but again, nothing. No notifications, nothing. Only an email from a subscription you don't remember signing up for. You sigh, the hope of seeing Ryota again dwindling. Maybe you did something wrong. Maybe you scared him off. Maybe you said the wrong things that made him slowly distrust you. He wouldn't have run away, right? Leave you to face all of this alone? That thought sits heavy in your chest, cold and sour. The silence of your room only makes it worse. Just you and the creeping feeling that somewhere along the way, maybe you made the wrong choice. I guess there's no use dwindling. I better get to work. Okay. The window remains closed, but there are handprints on the glass. Gross. You unlock it and push the window open, leaning out to scrub the marks, but they don't fade. If anything, the more you wipe, the clearer they become. New prints bloom beside the old ones, like something pressing from the other side. Then it hits you. They aren't on the outside. They're on the inside. A cold shiver crawls down your spine as you stumble back. You grab whatever cloth you can find and wiping frantically until the glass is spotless, or at least looks like it. Okay, great. Strange stuff happening just when I'm already so frazzled. I love that for me. You clasp your hands together and bow your head, whispering a quick prayer to Kazuki. You pray for Ryota's safety as well as your own. You feel a little uncomfortable praying to him of all people, like you're blurring the line between memory and something else entirely. But despite the discomfort, there's a warmth there. Soft, familiar, just like he was, comforting in a way you didn't expect. You press your palms tighter together as if the pressure alone will make your words travel further. Please protect Ryota. Please make sure he returns safely. You shut your eyes so hard, little sparks flicker in the darkness behind your eyelids. You hold the plea in your chest, refusing to let it fade. Please. At least I can still relax a bit here. I mean, I guess we can do this. Let's do normal this time. Oh my gosh, my ear itches. I feel like the arrows are not on beat at all. Oh, my sanity went up. That's good. Maybe we should do that again. Maybe we should get our sanity up to like 100. Can't hurt, right? Okay, that was 100. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get her sanity up. Maybe things will be a lot better if her sanity is like at 100. Maybe that'll be better for us. I'm gonna try hard. Let's see if I can do it. I'm scared. That was very nerve wracking. It's not helpful that the arrows aren't on beat. 92%. That's not bad. Yes. Okay. All right. 710. What the hell am I supposed to be doing right now, though? You take one last glance around the apartment. It feels quieter than usual, too quiet. Thanks, Jason. Without Ryota here, the space feels a little emptier, like the air itself is waiting for something that never quite arrives. You let out a small sigh. Whoa. Maybe you're just imagining it, maybe you're not. Either way, there's nothing left to do but lock the door and head to work. While on the train, you notice the two girls from yesterday on the train again. You try not to tune into their conversation, but you find your ears doing so by itself. So, how did that talk with your mom go? I assume she wasn't happy about you sneaking out to the parking lot last night. Ugh, don't remind me. She went completely ham on me, shouting so loud I thought the neighbors might call the cops. I don't know why she has to be like this all the time. She wasn't like this when I was younger. I guess she just got more overprotective. Sorry, I can't go to the movies with you today. Don't worry about it. I'll ask my boyfriend. Right, you started dating Yamato-kun. Have fun, I guess. Oh, that's the girl they were talking about at the parking lot. That's who the guys were talking about. Okay, so this is his girlfriend. Thanks. I hope you can make up with your mom soon. After all, she is your mom. Maybe. I don't know if we'll ever really make up. They rise as their stop approaches, disappearing into the crowd. Youth. You watch them go and the words linger like a half-remembered dream. After all, she is your mom. You've heard that line countless times, like a soft chant, meant to ease the ache of your heart. But can it? After all the heartbreak, all the cold words, all the moments you wish she had been someone else entirely, can she still bear the weight of that title? Mother. The word twists in your mind, fragile and jagged, like a crown made of glass. You want to reach for it, to hold on to it as if it could mend the past, but can it? After all she's done, does the mantle still belong to her, or has it slipped through your fingers long ago? You open your phone, your thumb trembling as it hovers over your mom's contact. A tight knot coils in your stomach, worry gnawing at you from the inside. For a long moment, you just stare, caught between the urge to hear her voice and the fear of what that voice might bring. Do you give her a call? No, because she's not fucking answering. You decide against calling her. Whatever anxious concern still lingers for her, you press it down, burying it somewhere quiet inside you. It's easier that way. Easier than opening yourself up only to face the same familiar disappointment. You take a slow breath, steadying yourself. If she really wanted you to reach out, she would have called first. That's how it's always been. Exactly. She only ever appeared when it suited her, when your existence fit neatly into whatever story she was living at the time. Maybe she isn't all right with you. Is that what that said? Or did that say... Okay. But to her, this is exactly where she wants to be. You finally step off the crowded train and make your way toward the office, only to be greeted by a wall of people gathered outside the building. It's the usual morning rush, except this time there's yellow police tape wrapped around the entrance. An ambulance idles at the curb, lights flashing weakly in the daylight. A strange, heavy feeling settles in your chest as you inch closer. Police officers stand near the doors, talking to a few of your colleagues. What's unsettling isn't the scene itself, but how everyone reacts to it. No panic, no fear, just annoyance. Did you hear they're calling us in for interviews one by one apparently? Seriously, I have so much paperwork today. This is going to ruin my schedule. They sigh dramatically as if discussing bad cafeteria lunch rather than a police incident. Another coworker overhears and snaps at them. Someone was gravely injured. Maybe try showing a little sympathy? The two of them mumble something under their breath and walk off. You blink nervously. Injured? You overhear another fragment. The boss, assaulted in the middle of the night, found alone. What, is it bad that I find that kind of funny? I don't know if I'd laugh at somebody getting hurt in real life, but for game purposes, he didn't give a shit when she was about to be burnt to a crisp in her apartment, so your boss, but that doesn't make sense. You were here last night with Ryota and you definitely didn't see him. A chill creeps up your spine. You lower your gaze, shoulders tensing. The last thing you need is police attention again. So you slip past the tape, past the murmurs and whispers, and quietly head inside to work, pretending none of this has anything to do with you, even though you know deep down it probably does. You try to continue working as usual, fingers tapping rhythmically against the keyboard. Numbers, emails, reports, all the things that normally drown out the noise in your head, but today the noise refuses to quiet down. Every so often a colleague's name is called. One by one they stand up, disappear into the meeting room, and don't return for at least 20 minutes. Even better, that police officer whom you had the unfortunate... Hi, Losty. Welcome in. Whom you had the unfortunate pleasure of knowing seems to be the one conducting all the interviews. Great, even he's here. Okay, I just need to relax. You straighten in your seat, deep breath in, hold out. Deep breaths. Hold in, hold out. Sigh. It doesn't seem to help. Excuse me, ma'am, it's your turn. You jump, half expecting to be escorted into the meeting room, but you turn to realize that was directed to the woman at the desk next to you. She startles, stands, and walks off toward the room. The door closes behind her with a soft click that sounds far too final. Your heart starts beating too fast. The screen in front of you blurs. That crawling sense of dread trickles up your spine and settles under your skin, prickling there. They're going to find out you were here with Ryota last night. But it's not like you were doing anything wrong. You didn't even see your boss anyway, so how could they pin the blame on you? But then again, how are you supposed to explain a ghost haunting to the police officer if they ask you why the place was in such a mess yesterday? He already thinks you're crazy. This would definitely send you to a mental asylum. Not to mention the rumors from your colleagues. You can practically feel them tightening around your throat. No, breathe. It'll be okay. Any minute now. Your turn is coming. You try to type. You mistype every other word. You delete, retype, delete again. Your hands won't stop shaking. Let's play a rhythm game. You need to calm down. Okay, did that help? Aren't you a busy one? You jolt, nearly dropping your phone. The app is still open on the screen, the cheerful sound effects at odds with the knot twisting in your stomach. Ah, very productive, I see. You fumble to lock your phone. I was just taking a short break. Right, a very intense competitive business report, I assume. I've been stressed, so I've heard. He doesn't elaborate. Instead, he nods toward the meeting room. Go ahead. Your heart sinks straight through the floor. You slide your phone into your pocket like you're hiding incriminating evidence, stand up on shaky legs, and follow him. Every step toward the meeting room feels heavier than the last. You sit down at the table. The room feels colder than the rest of the office, like the air has been wrung dry. Officer Watanabe takes the seat across from you, dropping a thin file onto the table. Another officer sits beside him, pen already poised over a notebook. Both of them look exhausted, not sympathetic, just done. Let's make this simple. Please refrain from including any of your unusual hallucinations this time. He says it flatly, like he is reminding you not to chew gum indoors. The other officer tilts his head, squinting at you with sudden interest. Ah, is this the grieving widow you mentioned? Officer Watanabe lets out a slow sigh. He doesn't bother answering directly. The silence is enough. The officer with the notebook huffs a quiet laugh under his breath. Okay, you guys want to laugh? Okay, then I'm gonna tell you lies. How about that? Heh, figures. Their eyes linger on you a little too long, like you are not a witness, just an inconvenience, maybe even a joke. Heat creeps up your neck, embarrassment, shame, anger. All of it tangles together until it sits heavy in your chest. You straighten in your seat. You cannot mess this up. If you do, you have the feeling they will keep you here for a very, very long time. Officer Watanabe leans back in his chair, flipping open the file. Alright, let's start with something simple. Where were you last night? Oh my gosh. This is not gonna go well. I don't know what I should tell them. I feel like if I tell them the truth, they're not gonna believe it. And then if I lie, they're not gonna believe it. I was at home. I was at home. Officer Watanabe lifts an unimpressed brow. Really? That's interesting because our surveillance shows you entering this building late last night. He taps the file with deliberate slowness. Oh gosh. If you're having memory problems, I suggest you try very hard to fight through them. Otherwise, it may start to look like you're lying. And lying in a murder investigation tends to make people look suspicious. Is he dead? Your throat tightens. Right. I was at home, but then I came back to work. The room feels smaller somehow. Better. He makes a note, eyes never leaving you. Next, then let's talk about what you were doing here. My colleague Ryota needed some help with some paperwork. I received a frantic text from Ryota. Oh my gosh. You think carefully, making sure your voice stays steady. My colleague Ryota, he needed some help with some paperwork. Paperwork? Yes, he texted me saying I'd forgotten to sign off on some documents. Our client needed the project first thing in the morning, so I came back to fix it. You recall the forms you'd signed the day before. It's not really a lie, just rearranged truth. You almost feel proud of yourself for sounding convincing. Officer Watanabe scribbles something down, expression unreadable. I see. And you came back just for that? No other reason? Just that. He sighs softly, still writing. You office people really love your deadlines, don't you? He says it dryly, but he doesn't press further. Your heartbeat finally slows, at least for now. Officer Watanabe flips to a new page in his notebook, his gaze returning to you. Alright, then let me ask you this as well. Did anything happen last night that you think is worth mentioning? Some of your colleagues reported that parts of the office were in a bit of a mess this morning. Do you know anything about that? You freeze for a moment, unsure how much he already knows. A mess? Papers scattered, the chairs moved, things not where they were supposed to be. He studies your expression carefully. So, did you have anything to do with that? There was a mouse. Well, before we left, a mouse ran out from under the tables. It startled both of us. We tried to catch it or at least chase it out so it wouldn't be there in the morning. But I guess we probably knocked over some things in the process. You remember a few months ago when your colleagues were complaining about mouse droppings in the pantry. Maybe it's not so far-fetched that a family of mice has been quietly living somewhere in this building all along. The thought makes you feel slightly ridiculous, but also relieved that there's at least a logical explanation for some of the chaos. A mouse, huh? Well, at least it wasn't a ghost. This damn city needs an exterminator. Alright, any last words before we close this off? No, nothing else. I just hope you find whoever did it soon. He raises an eyebrow at you, studying your expression for a long assessing second. Then he clicks his pen and writes something down. You straighten your back and give him your most harmless professional smile. Yeah, sure, that's all from me. But before you can stand, he speaks again. One more thing. There was a power outage in the area last night. Such an odd timing. Some of the security cameras were cut, including the ones covering your office floor, right around when you were there. He leans back in his chair, watching you carefully. So, lucky for you, you didn't say anything strange. It would have been a pain trying to verify it. Right. Aren't you not supposed to reveal confidential information like that? I understand. Thank you for telling me. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Whatever, you're as harmless as a fly anyways. That's why I lied to you, bitch. You step out of the meeting room and gently close the door behind you. For a moment, you just stand there, letting the tension bleed out of your shoulders. Then, through the thin wall, the muffled voices carry out into the hallway. Huh, she was surprisingly normal. Are you sure you weren't exaggerating? Maybe you're the crazy one. See, the other cop's thinking he's insane for all the shit he's been talking about us. One more word and you're demoted. You can't demote me, we're the same rank. Then I'll just make sure everyone treats you like you weren't. Then slowly a small smile creeps up before you can stop it. You feel smug. Just a little. Hell yeah. All right, thank you all for your cooperation. If anyone has any more information on the assailant, please don't hesitate to come forward. Your colleagues finally drift back to their desks, the quiet hum of work slowly returning, but the silence doesn't last long. Did you hear? They said the boss was attacked by some homeless guy who broke in last night. No, that's not what I heard. Someone said there were signs of a heart attack. I heard it was strangulation. Strangulation? Seriously? That's way worse. Well, whatever it was, must be nice for the ones who called in sick today. What was his name again? Nishiyama-san? Lucky him, he doesn't have to deal with any of this. Ha, what if he's the one who committed the crime? No way, he's too straight-laced, too stiff to do anything like that. I don't know about that. I went to elementary school with him. His father was a violent type, real scary guy. Oh, then maybe the son inherited something like that. Yeah, you never really know what people are like at home. Their voice is lower, but the venom lingers. The more they talk, the uglier it gets. Quiet ones are always the most dangerous, right? Ha, don't let him hear you say that. He might get you next. You feel your blood boil as you listen to them talk about Ryota like that, picking apart his life like any of it is theirs to say. For a split second, you imagine slamming your hands on the desk and shouting at them to shut up. But then Ryota isn't here. He won't hear any of this. And if you speak up now, all it will do is drag more attention toward him, toward you. Rumors love fuel, and outrage burns brightest. Is it really worth it? I'm just gonna ignore them. You clench your fist beneath the desk and stare at your monitor. It's just noise, meaningless noise. Ryota won't hear it, Ryota won't be hurt by it, so why make a scene? You take a slow breath and let the whispers wash over you like static. I still think it's real suspicious he called in sick today. Yeah, convenient timing. They laugh, and yet you sit there quietly. You tell yourself it's better this way. If you defend him, they'll only talk louder. If you don't, at least the damage stays contained. Still, something in your chest twists painfully. You know deep down you're not protecting him. Isn't that right, coward? Isn't that right, coward? You finally step out of the office building, the heavy glass door sliding shut behind you. The evening air hits your face, cool and almost relieving after the stale tension inside. It's been a long day. Your shoulders ache from sitting too long, your head still buzzing from the interviews, the whispers, the endless typing that went nowhere. At least the boss wasn't here to breathe down your neck. That thought should feel comforting, but instead there's only a dull heaviness sitting in your chest. You let out a slow breath and adjust your bag on your shoulder. I just want to go home. The kitty cat! You notice a stray cat waiting near the entrance. He looks up at you the moment he steps outside and lets out a few soft meows, as if he's calling out to you, asking you to follow him again. You decide to follow the cat, even though he's nothing more than a stray feline. He gives you a strangely smug look before turning away, clearly expecting you to trail after him. You walk for a few minutes, weaving through side streets and quieter roads until he finally leads you into the narrow alleyway. There you're met with a familiar sight. Haruki's office is strangely quiet. You half expect his voice to greet you the moment you step closer, or the familiar scrape of the chair, or even the soft thud of something falling over inside. But there's nothing. Even the stray cat is gone. The alley feels hollow, as if a storm passed through while you weren't looking and carried everything away, leaving only the lingering sense that you arrived just a little too late. Guess we can go to the parking lot again? The parking lot remains empty. Nothing's going to happen. Convenience store. Huh? The hell? Okay. What the fuck? The pharmacy seems to be closed today. You glance down the street. Most of the shops seem to be closed. Seriously? A strange unease settles in your chest. It's as if the town is holding its breath. Maybe your boss's murder stirred something up. Fear spreads fast in a place this small, and now everyone's hiding, waiting for the next bad thing to happen. So he did die. I didn't really hear actual confirmation of that. I just heard somebody was badly injured. So somebody killed him. That's terrible. From the corner of your eye, you notice an old man approaching you. His back is slightly hunched, his steps slow, but there is something deliberate about the way he moves towards you. You think he might be lost or confused. Sir, do you need any help? Immediately, his gaze locks onto you, something sinister forming behind his eyes, and before you can react, he grabs onto your arm. There you are. I've been searching for you all this time, and now I finally found you. Please come with me, my dear. I think you have the wrong person. Please let go of me. His fingers tighten. No, I know it's you. You must come with me. If you do, you would be doing a great kindness to me and to yourself. I'm not going anywhere with you. Let go. You don't understand. Your mother, she's in the same organization I'm in, so you can trust me. I will not. I tell my mother to contact me directly. No, no, you have to come with me, okay? Bringing you directly to him is the only solution. Please leave me alone. The softness leaves his face in an instant. Stop struggling. He yanks your arm forward. Pain blooms up your wrist, and panic surges through you. Stop, you're hurting me. This is for your own good. I said let me go. You look around desperately. People notice what is happening, but their eyes slide away. No one's coming to help you. Someone, please, anyone, help me. Girl, beat his old ass. Just move along now. You don't need to make a fuss. Your breath catches in your throat. Why won't anyone help you? Where is he taking you? Stop. Then suddenly another hand grabs the old man's wrist and forces it still. Harasan, that's enough. You turn, your heart leaping into your throat. Ren is there, breathless, his expression strange with worry. I'm so sorry, I only left him alone for a moment, and he must have wandered off again. The old man doesn't listen. His grip tightens as he tries to drag you back toward him. Let me go, boy. We need to bring her to him. We'll finally ascend. Ren braces himself and pulls him back, trying to pry him off you. Harasan, please, you're scaring her. Let go. But the old man grows more frantic, his voice rising with desperation as he shoves at Ren. If you're not going to help me, then stay out of this. Ren stumbles slightly but holds firm, forcing himself between you and the old man, his jaw set with grim determination. Harasan, please. Step in to protect Ren. Stay back and let Ren handle it. You step forward without thinking, your heart pounding. Stop! Leave Ren alone. Harasan turns sharply to you, his eyes darken. You're the reason everything is falling apart. Before you can react, his hand lashes out, shoving you backward. Pain shoots across your arm as you stumble, nearly losing your balance. Princessa! He grabs you before you hit the ground, his arm steadying you. Ren's voice drops, tense and icy. That's enough! For a split second, the world feels very still. Ren's grip tightens, protectively keeping you behind him. That's Mookie, Jason. We're leaving. Ren gives you an apologetic nod before forcefully dragging the old man away. Frailty offers little resistance to a young man, even one as drained as Ren. You check yourself for injuries, nothing. Only your clothes are dirty. You try to protect Ren, and yet somehow it is you who got hurt. Was Ren's warning last night about this crazed old man? Maybe you should be more careful in the future. Ryota lets out a small sigh, his shoulders relaxing just a little. All right, if I'm staying, then where would you like to go? What the hell? Huh? You think for a moment, then your eyes light up slightly. Maybe the cinema? They're doing a rerun of that Moraemon movie. I thought maybe you'd enjoy it. Well, I can't say no to a good Moraemon movie. He nods. Okay, let's go. The two of you Huh? I'm so confused. Where did Ryota come from? Yes, Jason, the grandpa's Mookie. The two of you head to the cinema, though Ryota keeps fidgeting, occasionally adjusting his sleeves or glancing around like he is not quite used to simply being here. Inside, the lights dim and the opening song plays softly through the speakers. You both settle into your seats. Ryota sits a little stiff at first, but he slowly relaxes into the chair. As the movie plays, you watch him out of the corner of your eye. When something funny happens, he laughs. When Moraemon gets in trouble, his brows knit with concern. When things start to look hopeful again, he smiles. For a brief while, he looks peaceful, like the world outside the theater doesn't exist. But then he glances at his watch, just for a second. His fingers tighten slightly. He fidgets. Then he returns to the movie, reacting normally again. But every now and then, there it is. Another quick glance, another reminder that something else is weighing on him. Something waiting, something he has not told you about. You try not to let the feeling sink too deeply into your chest, and instead you watch the glow of the screen reflecting softly in his eyes. At least for now, he is here with you. You glance over at him again, his fingers tap silently against his knee, his gaze flickering once more toward his watch. Carefully, you reach out and slip your hand into his. Ah, his eyes widen slightly, like he cannot quite believe you actually did that. Then his hand relaxes, his fingers hesitantly curling around yours. Ah, sorry, I'm ruining your movie experience. It's just, there's so much on my mind. It's hard to think. He squeezes your hand gently. But I'm glad I'm here with you. I missed hanging out with you like this. This doesn't have to be the last time. Yeah, it doesn't. Thank you, Princessa. His attention drifts back to the movie, though this time there is a small, almost shy smile lingering at the corner of his lips. He doesn't check his watch again for a very long time. You and Ryota step out of the cinema together. The cool evening air greets you, and the noise of the street falls strangely distant after sitting in the dark for so long. Ryota looks calmer now, his shoulders no longer so tense. That was quite nice. I didn't think I would enjoy it that much. Moraemon movies are always a cash grab, but I guess watching it with you made it better. You made the movie more enjoyable in like a fun kind of way. What I'm trying to say is, so what you're saying is I make everything better? That is not exactly, I did not say it like that, but you are not denying it either. You really are unfair sometimes, but I had fun today. Thank you for spending time with me and, I guess reminding me about what I missed. Sorry, am I being cheesy again? I'm really not good at this stuff. No, no, it's sweet. You're sweet. Seriously, I'm going to get a heart attack. Anyways, his expression shifts, a hint of seriousness returning. I'd like to stay with you a little longer, but I need to go now. Your chest tightens a little, but you nod. You'll be back tonight, right? He meets your eyes and gives a reassuring nod. I will, I promise. Then I'll be waiting at home. I'll see you in a bit. He lingers for just a second longer before turning to leave. Where the hell did he come from, though? I'm so confused. Is the library open? You enter the library and power on the computer. The desktop is empty, and there's only a single document waiting for you. Are you insured against ghosts? Hauntings are more common than you think. By Saotomi Haruki. I knew it was his shit. You lean closer. At first, it seems like a simple list of insurance agencies with their rates. But as your eyes move down, your stomach tightens. The list starts to shift. Cycle 250 to 3. Cycle 376 to 2. Cycle 430 to 3. Numbers flicker for a split second before changing. 1, 2, 3 repeating, but never in the same order twice. Some lines glitch mid-sentence, phrases overlapping, dates flicking back and forth. You blink. Was that cycle 250 or 251? Strange. Could they mean anything? Okay. The riverside remains empty, strangely so. There are no late evening joggers, no cringy couples on dates, not even school kids playing about. The town feels muted today, like someone turned the volume down too low. You make your way toward the bridge, steps slowing as you draw closer to the shoreline. You walk along the edge, listening to the water lapping quietly against the banks. You continue walking until you're a few meters away from the underhead of the bridge. Beneath the bridge ahead, the shadow deepens. It is darker there than it should be. A figure stands just under the arch, barely visible, its shape distorted by the lack of light. You cannot make out his face, or even if it has one. Slowly, deliberately, it lifts its arm. Or lifts an arm. It beckons. It's telling you to come, but you know better than that, don't you? Leave? The fuck? I'm not approaching you. The hell? Trying to kill me and shit. Fuck out of here. I need to go to Upper Street. Let's see. You head to the cafe. The familiar bell above the door chimes softly as you step inside. Yoko is as cheerful as ever, standing behind the counter, wiping down a cup with exaggerated elegance. Ami-chan, look who finally decided to visit me. She beams, setting the cup aside. Wow, you look alive. That's already a win. Hello to you two. Her tone shifts just slightly. How's Ryota? He's not doing well. Ah, I see. That little brother of mine. I'm glad you're looking out for him, though. He probably told you the same thing. Yoko studies you carefully now. Are you involved in something dangerous? I know about the things he sees, the things that follow him. Hi, Silver. I probably would have, but I've already made choices like that a lot throughout this game, and they just don't ever end well. So I'm learning my lesson slowly but surely. That's so funny. Plus, every time you come in lately, you look more and more like someone running from something, and I don't want to see you get hurt. I'm okay, really. I'm just trying to take care of things before they get worse. That's exactly what worries me. You don't have to tell me everything. Just tell me you're not alone in it, that there's someone looking out for you. I have people I trust. We're going to fix all of this together. I don't trust anybody, to be honest. That's reassuring. I'm glad you have people you trust. One more thing. If you don't mind me asking, are you and Ryota doing okay? Yeah, we're fine. Just everything with work today. It's been a lot. Yoko nods slowly, her smile softening into something gentler, more serious. Yeah, I saw the news. That must have been rough. There's a pause. She takes a breath, one hand pressed lightly against her chest, like steadying herself. I've been meaning to tell you something. I'm really proud of you. A few months ago, you barely came out of your house. You looked like someone who'd forgotten how to breathe. And now it feels like you found a spark again, even if it's small, even if it flickers. It's there. And I'm really, truly proud of you for that. Your throat tightens a little. Before you can respond, Yoko reaches into her apron pocket. Here. She places something in your palm. A small, soft feather, faint iridescence catching the light. A feather? She nods quietly. When I was a kid, I saw this really beautiful bird. Something totally unique, like it didn't belong in this boring town at all. I thought it was dead at first, so I tried to help it, but it suddenly flew off, leaving this strange little feather behind. She gently taps the feather in your hand. I wanted to be like that bird, to fly away, leave everything behind. But instead, here I am in this small town, blending into the background, like an NPC in everyone else's story. But you made me feel like a main character for once. Like I mattered, so thank you. I hope the feather gives you the strength to keep going. I hope you manage to fly away, soar further than I ever have. Take care, okay? And good luck. The hell are you saying good luck for? That's sus. There's a pause before she shuffles out from the back room. Something about her feels off. Ah, hello, Princessa. Forgive me. I've been feeling a little under the weather. I suppose I'm not as strong as I used to be. Her voice is hoarse, each word dragged through fatigue. She lifts a handkerchief to her mouth as a cough racks her frame. When she pulls it away, you catch sight of something clinging to the fabric. Dark strands of hair. Granny, what is that? Are you... It's been like this since yesterday. I just need more rest, that's all. Another cough tears through her, harsher this time. Her hand trembles as she waves you toward the door. Granny, let me help you. This seems serious. Don't fuss over me. I've survived far worse back in my youth. But you're coughing up things. That isn't normal. Princessa, enough. I'm closing the shop whether you like it or not. I only kept it open because Renjiro promised he would stop by. If you happen to see that boy, tell him Granny is very cross with him. She coughs again, then stills herself with a faint smile. Go on now, don't linger here. The stale air clings to you as you step back outside, her muffled coughing echoing behind the sliding door as it shuts. Okay, that doesn't sound very good. Go back to Upper Street. I feel like I've been mostly everywhere. I need to go, let me go see if Ren will open the door. That's crazy how much earlier it is right now. You make your way to Ren's house. Standing in front of his door, you raise your hand and knock. There's no answer. Where could he be if not home? There's nothing else here but the ashes of a place you once called home. If Granny dies, I'm writing. I know she doesn't seem like she's doing too well. I mean, we've pretty much been everywhere, to my knowledge. Let me see. Yeah, we've been everywhere, so I guess time to go to the station. After a long day outside, you head back to Ryota's apartment. As you walk down the hallway, you half expect the ghost woman to be there, waiting for you. But there's nothing, just a quiet, empty corridor. No ghosts and no Ryota either. You lie down on the bed and scroll through your phone, skimming through a book you know you'll never finish. Minutes pass, then more, still no sign of him. You try to comfort yourself, at least you're not alone in your own apartment anymore. It could be worse, especially after the fire, after all the ghostly sightings. Right on cue, as those thoughts spiral, the doorbell rings. Ryota? I don't think it's Ryota. You almost trip over yourself rushing to the door. Your hand hovers over the handle, ready to twist it open. But something hesitates inside you. You pull back. Something tells you to check the peephole first. You lean in and look through it. There she is. Mom? Your breath catches. For a split second, your body moves on instinct, your hand lifting again to open the door. I don't think that's her. I don't think that's her. Then it stops. Something deep and primal tightens in your chest, screaming that something is wrong. You cannot explain it. Maybe it is her expression. Maybe it's the way the light doesn't reflect against her eyes. Princessa, open up. It's me. Mom, where were you? Never mind that. Just open the door. Let me in right now. No, just talk to me through the door. There is a pause on the other side of the door. What do you mean, no? I'm home. I finally come back from my sabbatical. I'm here now. Isn't this what you wanted? For me to come back? For me to return to you? You press your palm against the door, heart pounding. I don't believe you. Why wouldn't you? You struggle to answer. You cannot point to a single flaw, a single lie. and yet something in her voice doesn't sit right with you. It feels hollow, like she is reciting words she knows will work. Something about her is wrong. Why are you back, Mom? Is this about Ryota? Are you looking for him? Why would I be? You're the apple of my eye. I'm here for you. So why don't you open the door and let me in? Is that not weird to say? I mean, I know what she means, but apple of my eye, isn't that something you say to somebody you have a crush on or something? I'm your daughter. What are you waiting for? Open the door. I can't. A pause, then her voice drops, flat and cold. You're making a mistake. Yeah, she's a jerk. You're not my mom. After all these years, how can you say that? Remember the time we went to the local museum together, or how I took time off of work to take care of you? Was I not your mother then? That's so random. That's not our mom. That's not the mom. That's obviously not the mom. Don't you remember that one time when I took care of you? What? Her hand presses against the door, slow, deliberate. That's something somebody would say if they're trying to act like they're your mom. I walked all this way for you. I came back for you. And you're going to leave me out here? Whatever you are, please leave me alone. You press your hands together in fervent prayer, hoping that whatever's outside will leave soon. She's crazy, y'all. Right, Jason. Open the door or I'll open it for you. You can't. I have to be the one that lets you in. Is that what Ryota said? Something scratches lightly against the wood. Not knocking, not quite. Unfortunately for you, you've done so long ago. You don't remember, don't you? Her voice sharpens, impatient now. I'll count to 3. If this door isn't open by then, you won't like what comes next. You refuse to answer it any longer. You close your eyes and press your hands together tightly, fingers trembling as you bow your head. Your breath comes out uneven, but you force the words out anyway, clinging to them like a lifeline. 1. Oh my gosh. Please just go away, whatever you are. You're not welcome here. 2. Watch over me. Keep this door shut. Keep her out. Please, please, please. 3. Don't let her in, please. Please, please, please. Please, 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 please. Suddenly it goes quiet on the other side of the door. Too quiet. You hold your breath, waiting for the next knock, the next sharp word. Nothing comes. Maybe it worked. Maybe something heard you. Your hands slowly loosen, your fingers numb from how tightly you'd pressed them together. You open your eyes. Oh, I thought it was about to say she opened the door. Found you? Girl, if you don't get the fuck out of my face. That wasn't even scary. Like, can you go back outside? Bad end? What? What did I do wrong? I didn't even open the door. Oh my gosh, hold on. Guys, we gotta figure out what I did wrong. What did I do wrong? 547. Okay, so it says getting a good ending in the Otomi visual novel. By the way, art style, all of that, beautiful for this game. I don't know if I've ever played a game that looks quite like this one does, and it's really pretty. Visual novel Lover's Enigma requires careful management of both character affection and your sanity levels. Because the game branches based on your choices and affection meters, follow these core strategies. Max out affection. By day 3, you will automatically lock into the route of the male lead with the highest affection. To get a specific character's good ending, focus all your dialogue choices on that specific character and choose the responses they favor. Keep sanity high. Use the in-game phone to play the rhythm minigame regularly. This restores your sanity, which prevents your character from getting overwhelmed by the supernatural occurrences and ensures you survive until the finale. Avoid the cult. Stay vigilant with your choices. Certain dialogue or action mistakes can instantly lead to a tragic ending where the cult captures you. Bro, I avoided them like the fucking plague. Like, even when I was like contemplating and I'm like, okay, maybe I'm making the wrong decision. Maybe I should like talk to them or something. I never did. Save frequently. Create save files at major decision points. Okay. Okay, let me see. What somebody... the hell is this? No, this isn't it. No, I need to know what I did wrong. Gotta know what I did wrong. It says the bad ending where the mom gets you typically triggers if you fail to manage the timer or stay out too late during the town exploration phase. In Lover's Enigma, the protagonist is under the watch of an overbearing mother and certain actions alert her to your behavior. It says you likely stayed out in town past the 11 p.m. curfew. Exploring between 8 and 11 p.m. is safe, but staying beyond that window can anger your mother and trigger an early bad end. I wasn't out after 11. Okay, it says, if your sanity is too low or you haven't been keeping up with the rhythm minigame on the phone, the narrative can shift toward the protagonist unraveling, confirming the mother's toxic views that you were unstable. My sanity was high as hell at the end. A permanent save, keep sanity high. Spreading your choices too thin between the different male leads can sometimes lead to a default bad ending because you haven't secured enough protection. Reaching day 8 means you've surpassed the prologue and deep into... I'm confused. Yes, she does give us a curfew. I don't know what I did wrong. All I know is this was my ending. Fucking ghost face all up in my screen. What did I do wrong? I really don't know. Like, did I do something wrong early on, or was it on the last day? Hold on, let me see something. Let me go back to... Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna approach the figure, Silver. Let's see what happens. Why you decide to approach the figure you do not know. Every instinct tells you to turn around to leave, and yet something pulls at you from deep inside, a quiet insistence you cannot shake. The figure beckons again, faster now, more urgent. You take another step, then another. The air grows colder with each one, heavy in your lungs. The shadows beneath the bridge seem to stretch, swallowing the light behind you. Your footsteps sound too close. Too close. Something is wrong. You move closer and closer and closer. You take another step. The figure twitches, its outline warping as if it's about to lunge. A sharp meow cuts through the air. Huh? Your head turns toward the sound, but there's nothing to be seen. Another meow, louder this time. A cat? Still nothing. You turn back towards the bridge and notice the darkness seems to have subsided. The space is empty. No figure, no shadow. Just damp concrete, still water, and the echo of your own breathing. You stand there for a moment longer, unsettled. Seems like whatever was calling you is gone. The fuck? Okay, so that was one of the first things I did on this night. So I'm just gonna go home. Wait, where am I trying to go? I need to go to Upper Street and then Lower. This is the same shit, though. This bitch. She's just gonna start counting again. I'm so confused. I don't know what I did, guys. I thought it was Miyabi, but... Silver, have you played this? And if you have played, what ending did you get? This bitch, I'm so sick of her. Can she go away? I'm gonna call Ryota. I can't call him. me see. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what I did wrong here. Maybe I didn't focus on Ryota enough, but I feel like I did though. I don't know. I guess there's a few times where I could have like probably hung out with him or followed him, but damn, I didn't expect to get an ending like this. How can I not worry about it, Jason? I don't want to end with her on my damn screen. I don't want to end with this bitch. Well, I will say, there is one place that I didn't go. You've watched many, many playthroughs. No one has gotten to any of the good endings, though. Really? That is very interesting. I will say, the one place that I didn't go on the final day, I didn't go to the, I didn't go to the police station because I didn't see a point in going there. You again, back from our questioning? Look, I don't have time to deal with you today. Before you can respond, he flicks his hand dismissively. Go home or go do whatever it is you do. Just not here, not today. He shoos you away like an annoying pigeon. You turn, stifling a sigh, but something stops you cold. From the corner of your eye, a man standing outside the station, still watching, staring straight at you. Your breath catches. Something about him prickles a deep part of your memory. Blurry, distant, like a dream you half forgot, but still feel lingering on your skin. Familiar. Maybe, maybe not. But the deja vu hits hard enough that your feet start moving before you even register it. You step outside, drawn by something you can't explain, but when you reach the sidewalk, he's gone. No footsteps, no sound, no sign he was ever there. You stand there a moment longer, heart unsettled, the sense of wrongness or recognition clinging stubbornly to you. Yeah, I like the writing. The writing draws me in. Like, I don't feel bored playing this. And sometimes visual novels, when you're sitting there playing it for hours on end, you can be like, oh, I need a break. But I think the writing's really good. I'm very confused about what I did wrong, though. I'm still confused. I'm not going to replay the game, though. Like, I'm not going to replay it just to get a better ending. If that's what I got, that's what I got. The only thing I can think of is I probably didn't choose the right stuff with Ryota, I'm guessing. Perhaps, maybe. I mean, Haruki's nowhere to be found. His office is quiet, so yeah, I don't know. Have you seen, are there any other bad endings? I'm assuming there probably are. Like, maybe if you do follow behind the cults. Oh, man. Lower Street Station. Yeah, and then I don't get any choices once I'm here, so this is my fate, guys. Like, well, I appreciate you guys for watching me play this. Shout out to the devs for sending me a game code. I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend you guys play it and maybe try to focus really hard on one of the guys. I would have loved to get to know Ren a little more. That would have been cool. But I was trying to do so many things. I was trying to like explore as much as possible every single night. And I probably should have been a little bit more streamlined with what I was doing. I think that might be the issue here. But nonetheless, very interesting game. I didn't expect the game to be as long as it was. That was also pretty interesting. But yeah, totally recommend it though. If any of you guys get any different endings, if any of you guys get a good ending, let me know down in the comments what that entailed and how you got it, because inquiring minds would like to know. But thank you guys for being here. I'm going to be playing some RimWorld in a bit, maybe within like the next, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Not too far from now. I'm going to jump into another stream and play some RimWorld. So hope to see you guys there, and thanks for hanging out with me for Lovers Enigma. Bye, guys.